Yeah, so growing up for me, school was, it wasn't the easiest thing. Like, I didn't actually properly come out for myself till I was in college because it wasn't kind of like an easy thing to do with school. I wouldn't say my school in particular, I was like homophobically bullied really badly or anything like that, but it wasn't an easy or a comfortable place to come out. People didn't understand kind of like the weight of what it actually meant to you and how it affected you mentally. Like to even have these feelings for yourself in a world where you didn't understand what was really going on, besides then having people poke and prod at you and ask you and put a label on you when you were probably even trying to figure it out yourself. So that did make kind of my personal high school experience a little bit harder. So, like I admire Henry and Adam in the script for being, like as open as they are, because I certainly wasn't or didn't feel like I had the kind of room to, I think there was a guy who was actually openly gay in our school, and he got changed in the toilets or something because he didn't feel comfortable in the changing rooms, and the people didn't make him feel like he was welcome to be in the changing rooms. So when you're even thinking of coming out in school, to see that happen to somebody else who has actually come out, it's not it's not the easiest thing. So I think, that's again why this is so important to, hopefully bring us all to some sort of mutual understanding that, that's not okay. And that actually this is real and this is normal and this is what it's going to be like forever. So start treating people a bit better because they just want to live their lives like you do, So for me, telling the story of King Henry is actually really important because, I'm pretty sure any and everyone on set, we haven't grown up in a time where we have had stuff that's readily available for us to watch that actually tells us about ourselves as members of the LGBTQ plus community, especially with the fallout of things like Section 28 during Margaret Thatcher's government. That was only repealed early into the 2000s, the kind of resources to make you feel like, actually I do have a place in this world, and there are actually other people like me. So it's almost like, although all these people throughout time have been gay, have been members of the LGBTQ plus community, it's all been swept under the rug by this Section 28, and it has lasted that long, and it has it has an impact on this film, and it's why partially even now today we are still experiencing so many instances of homophobia. And I mean, in America, they've got laws and laws and laws, and even more coming out in different states that actually prevents the teaching of anything to do with LGBTQ+. Even just things like allowing performers like drag queens into schools because they over-sexualize it and make it a weird thing when it's actually just about creativity and entertainment and love. I think it's a really important thing to have a film like this because we need to see real people's stories from the LGBTQ+ community, so people like us can grow up and know they're not alone, and actually that they are heard, they are listened to, and that actually we can, it's now our chance and our turn to get to see something on screen that we can actually relate to, because otherwise we go through school, we go through educational settings, we go through our entire life thinking no one has experiences like this, which is just not true.